Imagine a man who started from nothing and within 2 decades changed the map of Europe. A man who promised freedom, then crowned himself emperor.
Feared by kings, loved by soldiers, admired by enemies. This is Napoleon Bonaparte.
Today, we'll follow his rise, his fall, his triumphs and exile.
Not just the general, but the man behind the myth. Let's go. Napoleon was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, recently taken over by France.
His family was poor but noble. And although he spoke terrible French at first, he had ambition.
At age 10, he was sent to France to attend a military academy.
Quiet, smart, obsessed with strategy.
At 16, he became a second lieutenant in the artillery.
By 24, he was a hero of France after helping retake the city of Toulon. In 1796, Napoleon was given command of the Army of Italy, a weak, tired, disorganized force. But he turned it into a war machine. His campaign in Italy was fast, brutal, and brilliant.
He outmaneuvered Austria, toppled governments, and became a household name.
His soldiers loved him.
His enemies feared him.
And Europe started watching closely. In 1798, Napoleon set sail for Egypt to strike at Britain's trade routes to India.
He won the Battle of the Pyramids in style, a textbook victory. But disaster struck at sea.
The French fleet was destroyed by the British at the Battle of the Nile. His army was stranded. Allies betrayed him.
But Napoleon slipped back to France, just in time to seize power. 1799, France is falling apart. Napoleon returns and stages a coup, overthrowing the government on 18 Brumaire. He becomes first consul, then moves fast. In 1804, he crowns himself emperor of the French. Not the Pope, he places the crown on his own head. France becomes an empire once more. And Napoleon gets ready for war. 1805, Battle of Austerlitz. Napoleon crushes Austria and Russia in one of the greatest victories in military history. Over the next years, he creates the Napoleonic Code, defeats Prussia at Jena, controls nearly all of continental Europe. But with every victory, more enemies rise. And one of them is dangerously cold.
In 1812, Napoleon makes his biggest mistake, invading Russia. With 600,000 troops, the largest army ever assembled at the time, he marches east. He enters Moscow, but the city is empty and on fire. No surrender. No supplies. Winter hits. Disease spreads. Guerrillas attack. Fewer than 100,000 return. The Grand Army is gone. In 1814, Napoleon is forced to abdicate. He's exiled to the island of Elba. But 1 year later, he escapes. The world holds its breath. The 100 Days begin. But at Waterloo in 1815, it's over. The British and Prussians finally defeat him. He is exiled again, this time to a tiny island in the middle of the Atlantic, St. Helena. There he dies in 1821. Sick. Alone. But never forgotten. Napoleon changed the face of war, law, and leadership. His name lives on in history books, statues, cities. So, who was he really? A hero? A tyrant? A genius? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if you want more history without the boredom, hit that like and subscribe button.